Hey guys, Bix Weir, roadtoroota.com, coming to you from the greenhouse. Another cold and cloudy day in California. I don't know what's going on. I hear the Midwest is freezing and California is not getting any summer weather. I don't know what's going on with the crops, my friends. But get yourself a greenhouse. Get yourself some sprouts too, because you can grow them anywhere. And as you can tell by my growing skills, I'm not the greatest, but I've decided to just narrow in on a few things I can grow and just stick to that and use it for barter if I have to get something else. But I did make some moves today as far as my own portfolio because the cryptos have gone up so well lately. It's great. I love that so many people are getting interested in it and finding out about Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the other cryptocurrencies. Do your homework. Do your homework. I beg of you, do your homework. Because you're not going to be able to ride out these the volatility, the slams, the news, especially the news. There's some guy, some health guru came out with a bash on Bitcoin saying you're not going to be able to sell it. That's completely ridiculous. I watched the video. I'm like, this guy has no clue what he's talking about. So you're going to hear bad news all the time. It's part of participating in the cryptocurrency world. And I look at those as great times to load up. Every time Bitcoin takes a fall backwards, I'm going to load up. It might go farther down. I don't know. I don't think so because there's so much big money who are just learning about it. And that's the key is if you understand what Bitcoin represents and Ethereum and some of the other cryptos that are useful, understand what they're used for, then you can see how 5-10 years down the line, these coins are just going to be off the charts. Literally off the charts, as in like $1 million Bitcoin I can see easily coming down the pike. So yes, it is very early. It's very scary. That's what happens when you jump into an investment that nobody knows about. But if you understand what it is and how good it is and the use for it and the need for it, especially with Bitcoin and Ethereum in the future, Bitcoin as a need for a means of exchange and a store of wealth, and Ethereum for everything else blockchain related, then you'll understand why you're buying it now. Don't just buy it because the price is going up. That's a moronic way to go. Buy it because you understand what it represents. And then you got to learn all about, the wallets. And I know everybody's struggling with Coinbase. I always struggle with Coinbase. They're a pain in the ass. They're the biggest and the easiest to use probably, but their customer service is non-existent. Absolutely. And when they get busy, you don't even know where your money is and where your coins are, and it freaks people out. I also buy from Kraken, Kraken.com, and Gemini, which is the Winklevoss brothers' place. And those are exchanges. And don't keep your Bitcoin in Coinbase. Don't keep your Bitcoin anywhere but on your own possessions, just like everything else, just like silver. So let me tell you about the moves I made today. I had to balance out my portfolio, so I went down to my friends down at Oakland Silver and Gold and bought some silver down there. And I usually buy Eagles and pre-65 coinage just because of the extra assurance you have, because they're subject to the counterfeiting laws instead of the fraud laws. So I think it's going to hold a huge premium in the future, just because it's so much more strict. The penalties are so great for counterfeiting official U.S. coins versus like a 10-ounce silver bar. And so I got a bunch of 10-ounce silver bars because I went for quantity because the price of silver is so low. I walked in, I said, just give me all you got for this money that I have. Got a bunch of 10-ounce silver bars. There's an A-mark bar. These are great. 10 ounces is great when silver is $17 an ounce. When silver's at $1,000 an ounce, 10 ounces is going to be at $10,000. It's going to be a little harder to cash in. So I don't go. I try not to go above 10 ounces, but I did today because he had some cheap 100-ounce bars, and there's a JM bar, 100 ounces of silver. Now you look at the bar and you think, I have no idea. You have no idea what's in this bar, and that's not that bad a thing when it's $1,700. This is about $1,700 with $17 silver. Yeah, people, your coin dealers will just do a little scratch test if they want to test it. They're not going to drill into the bar. They're not going to melt it down. But if this was a 170,000 bar, bar, it'd be a different deal. That's why I like to stick to the small coinage, because it will be. You will see $170 or $1,700 silver per ounce at some point. And then these are going to get harder and harder to cash in. They're going to drill it, and you don't even know what's in this. Because right now, I don't know what's in this. It could be molybdenum, which is almost the same density weight as silver. It's really close, so I wouldn't know. Right now, silver dealers will sell you this and buy it from you and not test it. Same with, I'm going to knock my little table over here. Same with the Engelhards. There's the Engelhard bar. But you don't know. You don't know what's in it. You have no idea. I have trust and faith that, I'm not even going to put it there, that the bar is 100% or 99.9% silver, but you don't know. And at $1,700 for a 100-ounce bar, it's not that big a deal. Most silver dealers won't drill through your bar because it's so cheap. If it was a $170,000 bar, you could bet your bottom dollar that there will be a lot of investigation into that bar, whether or not it's real silver. They'll be drilling it, they'll be melting it down, they'll be testing it, and then they'll be asking you to melt it down into 1-ounce rounds. That's just something you got to deal with and think about. So for long-term storage, I do not recommend holding anything higher than a 10-ounce bar. Yes, I bought these 2 100-ounce bars because I think these would be my trading bars. You know, when silver hits $30 in a matter of days at some point this summer, I'm going to sell these 100-ounce bars and probably move back into the cryptocurrencies. So right now, I'm trying to keep a balance, but I'm 75% in cryptos now because they've gone up so much, and so I had to rebalance a little bit with physical silver. But here's another thing, and this is something everybody should be wary of and cognizant of. Here is a 10-ounce silver bar from our friends at Northwest Territorial Mint. Now, if anybody dealt with these guys, they were the worst customer service company ever. Their delays were off the charts, and they went bankrupt. Absolutely, I think it was last year or the year before. They went belly up, along with Tolving, another big dealer that I dealt with a lot back in the day, went bankrupt. You're going to see a lot of bankruptcies, unfortunately, in the silver market. As the silver either goes down or up, it's in these times of stress that they overcommit, they sell you a bunch of silver because somebody told them that they could get it for a little cheaper and they make the spread. And if it stays that way and the price doesn't go where they need it and they don't hedge, or if they do hedge and the hedges fall away because the COMEX isn't living up to that, lots of problems there. Now is the time to walk in, get your physical silver in your hands, keep them low, 10 ounces and below. I like the pre-1965 coinage, and you won't have to deal with places going belly up. I recommend Miles Franklin because they've been around for a long time. They're not going to sell you something they don't have. But at the end of the day, it's metal in your hand and cash. If you have no other choice, if you don't have a local dealer, call up Miles Franklin and say, "Hey, Bix said, call you guys and you can get me some silver, the real stuff, and you can get it to me real fast," which is another key. And I trust those guys, and Andy Hoffman, Andy Scheckman, all the Andys over there. They're great guys, and they're not going to screw you over. The other places, you just don't know. You just don't know. Even the best of hearts out there who are in the silver business, who can get good deals for you, they're going to try their best. But at the end of the day, if they can't source it, and they sell, most of them don't carry any inventory, so they'll sell to you and not have it and go out and source it. And if you ever get people saying, "Oh, it'll be 3 to 4 weeks before I get your order, but I'll get you a great price," no, those are not 3 or 4 weeks that you want to sit there waiting to know if they can source your metal at that point in time. So just be careful out there, but load up. Absolutely load up on your physical. Now is the time. $17 silver, ridiculous. The COTs are in perfect shape. Ted Butler's jumping up and down saying, "Buy silver, buy silver, buy silver." When he does it, I'm in. I'm all in. So, Ted, look, I got it. Physical silver. It should be real exciting because if the banks like JP Morgan don't short on the rise, this next rise. That's the moonshot. And JP Morgan's sitting there with 600 million ounces of physical silver saying they're ready for that moonshot, because physical silver and electronic silver are completely different things. And same with the SLV. If you have anything in SLV, get it out. Get that cash in your hand. Go down and get the real thing. Real physical silver. 10 ounce bars. Maximum. Although I got the 200 ounce bars. But those will be the first things I sell at the next run up to probably buy more Ethereum when Ethereum's up at $600-700. But had a pullback from 1,000. Yes, it's crazy out there, and it's a good time to be in the cryptocurrencies. But remember, take some profits here and there, and a great undervalued investment right now is silver at $17. Physical silver in your own hand. And then you won't have to worry about all those people saying, oh, it's just electronic. So, well, I cover myself on the backside with some physical silver as well. Don't you worry about me. Anyway, this is Bix Weir live from the greenhouse. I'm hoping everybody has a great Memorial Day. Hang tough out there and subscribe to the Road to Ruta. Really exciting days on the Road to Ruta. Is things that I've long talked about. The bad guys going away and the good guys winning this battle is actually happening. It's going to get a little crazy this summer, but we can handle crazy. And look out for the SJWs, as I hear they're called, the Social Justice Warriors. We have a lot of those where I live, near Berkeley, California. So I'm well protected. I have guns, and they have, I don't know what they shoot at people, flowers or something. But I just find it very interesting that the deplorables, as Hillary Clinton called them, are now becoming the deplorables were the Trump voters, and now who's deplorable? These social justice warriors who are closing up universities, hitting people at rallies, destroying property out of control. It's just going to get worse. It's like I said, you can't give things to people for 18 years and then for 8 years of Obama and then pull them back and say, oh, by the way, we shouldn't have given you that in the first place. We didn't have the money. It wasn't ours to give. Anyway, that's my little high horse. Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com. We'll talk to you later.